Well, with power cuts due to start anytime now, Soweto residents are planning to protest at Eskom's Megawatt Park head offices. They are unhappy with constant power cuts. They also say they are not related to the rolling power outages that are being implemented by the utility. eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu is out at Megawatt Park and watching that protest by Soweto residents. And Lindo, we may have a problem of power cuts that are implemented deliberately by Eskom to manage the load. But actually the residents in Soweto live with the constant reality of power being cut to them almost constantly, sometimes for weeks, if not months on end.
That's right, Tulas. In fact, the residents that we've been engaging with here say there are so many terms around some of the power cuts that are happening. There is load shedding, there's load reduction, there's blackouts, but they're saying that a new word needs to be found in order to describe what they experience on a day-to-day basis, which is the issue of electricity being cut for months and even for years, some of the residents are telling us. And I can tell you that the plan was to actually call for all residents who have a problem with their electricity to actually take it to Megawatt, which is where we are here in Sunning Hill. And I can tell you that there is one bus that had arrived, and we'll move here with my colleague Shahid just carefully as some traffic is still being allowed. But you'll see that the residents have taken some of their problems here to the streets. They are actually blocking the streets, which was the call to us to say that since they have been having these issues, they've been taking out their frustrations into the streets of Soweto. So they're saying that, in fact, they're now trying to take these issues, their issues, to the heart of the problem, which is Eskom. We're going to try and find Lindokuhle Xulu, who is one of the leaders here to us. As you see, the road here is blocked at the moment. Somewhat, some people are still trying to manage to move around. Lindokuhle, thank you so much for joining us, Baba. We're live on eNCA. Yes. Can I just ask you to try and put on your mask just so that we can do an interview right now? Do you have it? Okay. But to us, just contact there. This is one of the leaders that's made that call to say that residents must actually take their problems to the heart of where it actually starts. Thank you so much for even agreeing to put on your mask, my friend. Just give us a sense of what this particular protest is all about. You have called on people to come to Megawatt to take their issues.
Look, we are tired of breaking the township, destroying the infrastructure because there's a problem. That's the culture that we are born into. To say that whenever there's a problem in the township, we start the robot and we must just fight each other, and those who want to pass, the ambulance are defeated. Gogo has a heart attack and she can't even get an ambulance to her house because young people have blocked up the roads. So we as young people sat down and said that doesn't make sense. The township doesn't have enough infrastructure as it is, and we're at the center of breaking more and making sure that it dilapidates even further. So as a result, we said that whenever we have a problem, we identify where the problem is, and then we confront the problem for what it is. And the problem and the crisis of the electricity in Soweto is result of Eskom. That's why today we are here, because we refuse to continue to ban the township. We want to make sure that we are here for a solution. And we are not here to fight these people. We're actually here to make sure that we partner together to forge a solution that will make sense moving forward, because the people of Soweto can't live the way they are living.
Talk to us about the problems. You now have the platform to give us a sense of the problems that you are bringing to Eskom. What is it exactly that you want from Eskom today?
Listen, the biggest ask here, we are not just here to deliver a memorandum of a piece of paper. They are used to receiving such things and they just put them in the bin because they know our culture of complaining is different. You know, the white people have a different culture of complaining. Ours is just to make a noise and bring memorandums. So for the first time, the difference between us and our parents is that we're going to leave a delegation here. A delegation that's going to minus the middlemen. Because in the township, we ban the councillors' houses, we ban the councillors themselves, we kidnap the councillors because we don't trust them. You know why we don't trust them? They come to Eskom. They ask, Eskom, we are asking you now, when is the electricity going to come back in Soweto? And then the answer, and then
All right, Tulas, as you see, there will be some tensions here, especially because there is a blockading of the road. This particular officer just dragged the person who is a part of those that have organized this particular...
Please, we are rudely interrupted. We are addressing the issue.
Okay, my brother, I need us to just zoom into the issues. What is the problem? What are some of the realities in the communities there?
The realities are such that Eskom lies to the councillors, and the councillors lie to the community, and the community reacts more the councillor. So we are saying we are tired of being represented by politics.
But what's the problem with the electricity in...
There's one thing to have a problem, it's one thing to have nothing. We don't have the electricity. Load shedding schedules are not consistent in Soweto, but they're consistent everywhere else. There's a house in Dube with 7 years without electricity. There's the community of Sun Valley hasn't had electricity for 13 months. Yesterday, 2 cranes died. But meaning the cold. The SABC covered. People, how people live. When the sun sets, people balaita mullo, the entire community ba orela mullo, bana ba banyane. We can't live like that. It's 2021.
So you said that you would be doing what you usually do in the community out there in Soweto, which is to blockade road, to bend tires, and all of those things you do when you are disgruntled. I see the officer just dragged you here. What is the message that's trickling down from the police about what you are doing here?
No, look, we're not doing anything illegal. When they said no, we must tell the people to open up. You know why they're saying we must open up? Because we are disturbing the white people. Because in Soweto, when we bend down the streets, they don't come out in numbers. No one comes and addresses that. Do you understand me? They're encouraging that behavior. But here in a lily white suburb, at Eskom Megawatt Park, it's a problem. Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem here? Because Soweto as we speak. Dube is on fire as we speak. Why the cops are not there? Why are they here stopping us when we do the same thing? We're not doing anything different. We are saying we want to show you that we're going to do the same thing we do in Soweto here. Why is it a problem here? Why is it a problem? It can never be a problem because we're in a white economy. You know what? I'm not going to make this racial, but these people here deserve more than the white people that are getting. Because white people are getting more than what we are getting, and we are the ethnic people of South Africa. And I don't want it to be political this day.
All right, Lax, we'll keep in touch with you. We'll be following you. We know your program is quite prolonged, but that's one of the leaders here in Nhlanhla, Lax, who is in fact an organizer of this particular protest. The reason they said they will be coming here is to actually do what they normally do in the township, which is to blockade the roads. But I can tell you, Tulas, that there might be a bit of a problem with that because police have already demonstrated that they are not for what is happening here. But I tell you, the program that they have, Tulas, is to move from Megawatt to actually go to the EFF offices in Braamfontein and then also move to Lutuli House to hand over memorandums to say that politically so, they also need help as Soweto people. I see now that there is some movement. They are moving towards the entrance. But Tulas, this is the situation at the moment outside Megawatt here in Sunning Hill.
Sure. Thank you for that. eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu out at Megawatt Park there. You can say many things, but you can't say you don't understand what that man was talking about, that Nhlanhla, that representative of the community. He stated his case quite forcefully and quite clearly. You heard what his grievances are, what his community's grievances are around the matter of electricity. Of course, you can then analyze and add the other complexities. Eskom talking about protecting its infrastructure, issues of a culture of non-payment, etc., etc. But in as far as forcefulness and clarity of what it is that they're protesting about, that man, Nhlanhla, there was absolutely crystal clear.